Today's buyers are nothing like yesterday's buyers. And if you have a home that you're looking to sell in 2025 into 2026, it is so important to understand what's going on in the minds of these home buyers, because that's going to help determine whether your home sells fast or it sits. I'm Jamie Lennon, your local San Diego realtor, ready to help you make your next move. If you're looking to buy or sell anywhere in the greater San Diego region, know that you can call, text, or email me anytime. You can find my contact information down below in the description. Today, we're diving into the mind of a 2025 home buyer. And if you're a homeowner in today's market, wondering how the heck you're going to sell your home when your neighbor's house down the street has been sitting on the market for 3 months, then I'd stick around for a bit. I've been selling homes for the past 12 years and I know a thing or two. This video is aimed at helping you understand exactly what buyers want in this market today and what you as the seller need to do to stay ahead in this market. The market is different, buyers are different, and the sellers who understand this are the ones that win. Let's start with the obvious. Buyer in 2021 and a buyer in 2025, two very completely different species. Back in 2021, we had 2 to 3% interest rates. Buyers had FOMO. They were throwing money at any house just to see which one stuck. They were waiving inspections. They were bidding hundreds of thousands of dollars over, and they were running on emotion. But now we're in 2025, and the mindset is completely different. Buyers today are cautious, they're analytical, they're skeptical, and they're watching every dollar that leaves their wallet. According to Zillow, the average home in San Diego County is right above $900,000. If we were to put 20% down and get a $720,000 loan at a 3% rate, your payment with PMI equals about $3,400 a month. Now at today's rates, that same $720,000 loan would equal roughly $4,700 a month. Affordability is going to be their number one concern. They want value, not the hype. They expect to ask for repairs, they expect credits, and they definitely expect to negotiate. See, buyers either want a turnkey home or they want a price that accurately reflects the work that they're gonna need to do. See, there's no in between anymore. Buyers are no longer desperate. They have tons of options and they're taking their time. Everything in life is more expensive nowadays. Gas, groceries, daycare, rates have been higher than they've been in over a decade. Insurance is on the rise and renovation costs are up. Hey, when I first got in the business, I used to quote my clients between $7,000 to $10,000 for a standard bathroom remodel. Well, now that same bathroom costs upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 to remodel. That is a massive difference. So buyers are not just calculating what their mortgage is gonna set them back, but how much it's gonna cost to renovate their new home. So here's what sellers need to understand. If your home is overpriced or it needs work, buyers are not going to stretch like they used to. They're walking away. Most times they won't even make it through the door. Listen, pricing in 2025 needs to be logical. I know it's your home, but you have to take the emotion out of it if you truly want to sell, if you want to cash out, and if you want to move on. So I want to break down what buyers are actually looking for in a home in 2025. I'm going to use this current listing as an example. No shame to the seller or the listing agent, but it has been on the market about 300 days. So I'm just going to walk through this home and explain to you why I believe this house hasn't sold. So this is going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And the first thing I notice when I walk in here is that it is clean. They have recently painted, or maybe a year ago. They have refinished the original hardwood floors, which is a huge plus. So the floors are beautiful. The thing is, this house is small. It's only 1,100 square feet. And aside from paint and flooring, nothing else has been done. So we're looking at a kitchen that I would assume is fairly original to the house. And it also is small, so there's not going to be a lot of cabinet space in here. And kitchens are a top priority for almost every buyer out there. They want something that is light and airy, something that's remodeled, because kitchens are one of the higher cost renovations that you can do in your home. So something that's already renovated is gonna be a huge plus for buyers. And this one, you can see all the appliances are old. They're not stainless steel appliances. You have tile flooring. To me, this looks like tile that you get in an office building. So I'm not too sure where they were going with that, but buyers are gonna look at this and go, that flooring, it's got to go. So right off the bat, this kitchen is not going to be necessarily functional for a lot of the buyers that are looking for a single family home. So when you have a home, you wanna appeal to as many buyers as you possibly can. That's going to increase your chances of actually getting multiple offers. And the whole idea is bringing as many people in the door as you possibly can. That's gonna be done with really great photography and a great price, of course. So another thing, we have kitchens and then we have bathrooms. Buyers want remodeled bathrooms. These bathrooms have not been remodeled. Of course, we have the same tile again, which looks like it came out of an office building, and we have no mirror. There's no mirror. These are like $30. So buyers right now, especially first-time home buyers, they are sick of living in apartments, okay? Millennials, we spent most of our adulthood living in apartments, especially in higher price markets like California. So we want a single family home. We want more space. We're sick of picking up our dog's poo. We just wanna be able to open the door and let him do its thing. Maybe we're trying to raise a family. We're actually getting to that age where we're like, hey, we're pushing 40. It's now or never. We're gonna pop out a kid or what? Well, you need yard space to do that. And this house actually has a really good usable lot. It's your typical lot. It's not too big, it's not too small. But right off the bat, what I see is there's no privacy. You have 5-foot fences all around, and you can see your neighbors, they can see you. So if this was a seller that I was working with, I would recommend installing a new fence, but that is fairly expensive. But you can also put lattice on top of your fences to give it that extra height. Or you can create a barrier around your fence line with trees and shrubs to also give them that privacy. Because I would say 90% of the time when I'm showing homes, privacy is really important to these buyers. And so they don't want to walk out their backyard and feel like everybody is looking into them. So that is something that I see in this yard. So functional is going to be extremely important for these buyers. They want a yard, but they want it to be functional. They want privacy. They want their space. They're buying a home for the first time. This one has a great yard, but it needs some work. And it also needs a pop of color. Doing these little upgrades, improvements to your home before going on the market, like adding pop of color in the front yard and the backyard, does wonders. It makes the home look good, but more so makes the photos pop. That is the most important. We need those photos to shine because that is how buyers are gonna walk through your door. They're not gonna come in any other way. If you have a really good price, you have really good photos, that's how we bring the buyers here. So we wanna do whatever we can to do those small improvements to get the buyers through the door. So going back to this home, we've been on the market for about 300 days. And the biggest thing with this home is it's on a main road. If you have a house and it has a deal breaker, a big one being that it's on a main road, I'm sorry, but you have to drop your price. I would guarantee that 100% of buyers will say that they do not want to live on a main road for many reasons, but that's a huge deal breaker for buyers. What I say is if you see double yellow lines, try to steer clear. Location, location, location. We have all heard that before. And it's because it's true. Location is so important. That should be one of your top priorities when you're looking at home ownership. So this house checks those boxes beautifully. It's a prime location. We're walking distance to the beach. We're gonna walk down there and catch the sunset here in a bit. But it's on a main road and it needs upgrades and it is not priced accordingly. But when you have a home to sell and you're in a good location, boy, you're already doing something right, because that is the most important thing. The whole let's test the market strategy, it's dead. Buyers will not negotiate up, only down. A few years ago, pricing homes under value would accumulate to tens of offers being presented within the first week of that home being on the market, with buyers bidding hundreds of thousands of dollars over. It was a strategy that worked like a charm. But then you also have sellers who believe pricing your home high and selling low is a good strategy, because if a buyer is only gonna bid lower, then wouldn't that make the most sense? They won't even make it through the door. They won't even come to see your property in person. And no showings equals 0 offers. If you have any deal breakers at all, this is gonna include homes that are on major roads. Maybe it's lack of yard. Too many levels? Yes, stairs can be a deal breaker if there's a lot of them. Or maybe it's not a functional floor plan. The master is upstairs and the rest of the bedrooms are downstairs. A lot of buyers don't want that. They don't want to be separated from their toddler's bedroom by a whole level. Your realtor should be able to point these out to you the second they walk through your property. And if you do have something, anything, you must come down on price. Small upgrades matter more than ever. You need to focus on high impact cosmetic upgrades. Paint is number one. Paint that house. If there is nothing else you do, please, please, at least paint your home. Secondary are going to be replacing fixtures. You have landscaping, which is going to help improve your curb appeal. And then there's cleaning. This includes power washing, steam cleaning the carpets, reglazing showers and bathtubs, decluttering, and then finally, staging. I can't tell you how many homes I walk through that are listed well over $2 million that have not decluttered and cleaned. This one is just a big old palm smacked right on your forehead. What the heck are you doing? Trust me, if you listen to the advice of your realtor on what you should be putting in your home to get it ready to sell, you will be in a much better position to sell faster. And plus, these small changes are going to create a bigger ROI, which is what we all want at the end of the day, right? And if you don't have cash to put into your home before selling, your realtor should have vendors that will bill an escrow. If they don't, find someone who does. This is a major benefit to you as a seller, and the agent wants your home to sell just as much as you do. So having a list of vendors who allow you to pay at closing is a huge, huge plus. No problems, only solutions, got it? Lifestyle marketing is in. This is going to include vlog style tours, neighborhood storytelling, drone footage showing the community, and also the bird's eye of the property. Your home needs to be on social media, but more importantly, your home needs professional photos. When I see listing photos taken on an iPhone, I just cringe. A little part of me dies, okay? I'm being so for real. I immediately lose respect, all respect for that listing agent. Blacklisted, out, you're done. But also as a seller, when you see your home just listed on Zillow with horrible photos, how do you not turn around and immediately request that your realtor take professional photos? So it is definitely on you as well. It is your house. Professional photos should be mandatory. Photos are what gets the buyers through the door, not a lengthy property description in all caps, listing all the incredible upgrades of the home. It's the photos. That's it. You have great photos and an even better price, those buyers will walk through the door. If you get no showings your first week, change both of these things immediately. Drop the price and rearrange the order of the photos. Next, we have to consider credits. This can be in the form of helping the buyer buy down their rate, giving the seller credit towards their closing cost, seller paid repairs, and then also paying the buyer's broker compensation. Buyers just don't have the extra cash to do it in this market. Flexibility here is going to make your home more attractive than the competition. A good buyer's agent will have already explained to their buyers how these credits can massively benefit them. So when they see these credits being offered, they will already have been educated enough to know that this is a pretty good deal for them. And these credits, they're not likely to stick around in future markets. So if you're a buyer out there, take advantage of them. Listen, buyers aren't lowballing because they're rude. Sure, there's always going to be those buyers who think because they're paying all cash, they can somehow get your house for $300,000 lower than the asking price. They will always be there. But I'm more talking about the ones that are putting 5% down and doing what they can to buy your home, trying to figure out a way that makes sense for everybody. They're doing math. They're being responsible. Remember, affordability is the #1 reason buyers are hitting pause. That, and then they're uncertain with everything else going on in the world. So they just need a little nudge and to feel like somebody is understanding and willing to meet in the middle. The sellers who understand this get stronger offers. Hey, everything is negotiable in real estate, everything. And it's the buyer who sets the market, not your list price. Flexibility on your part is going to go a long way with these buyers. If you've been in the market for some time now, I get it. I get how frustrating it can be. We're in a season and we don't really know how long the season is gonna last. The market is tough right now for you as a seller, but also for the buyers. If you feel like taking your home off the market to wait it out, wait until the market shifts, well, what if that doesn't happen? What if rates don't drop? What if rates do drop and suddenly inventory floods the market and now you're sitting because there are 10 other homes on the market just like yours? What if we go to war and the economy tanks? What if? Are you going to rent it out? Are you going to become a landlord for the first time? You can. Listen, no one has insight into the future. Just make sure you aren't putting yourself in a bad financial situation with hanging on to this home, okay? So if you do want to rent it, just make sure you have a solid plan and you can carry 2 mortgages. And we can never, whether you're a seller or a buyer, I'm especially talking to you, time the market. Patience, planning, and persistence is going to win here. If you're thinking about selling your home in 2025 and you want to know exactly what buyers in your neighborhood are looking for, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Every area of the county is so different and every buyer is so different. And I'd love to give you a custom breakdown to help you create a strategy that actually works in today's market. Hey, thanks so much for sticking around. You are the real OGs and I appreciate every single one of you. Please enjoy the holidays with loved ones and make sure you take a second to reflect and acknowledge all the good in your life. Until next time, friends, stay classy. San Diego.